Okay, this is an experiment because you're gonna see me and Eliska from Zoom here, and in the meantime, I'm gonna open the door for Francesca that has come back. Say hello. Okay, so we have been not very lucky so far. We tried 5 times to connect with Eliska, so now Eliska should join me on Zoom, and you're gonna meet Eliska like that, okay? So let's see if it works. She should join now through the link that I sent her via message. Okay, so Eliska, if you're there, join the Zoom link that I sent you, and the people will listen to me speaking through the live, and hopefully will hear your answers from the Zoom. We have to try what we have to try today. But looks like that also your Zoom is not working at the moment, isn't it? For technology, apparently. Let me see. Yeah, I still can't see you because probably you switched off the computer. Ah, there you are. Okay. So, welcome with me and Eliska on Zoom.
I'm so sorry. I really don't know what is this.
It's okay. It's gonna be a bit tricky because I feel like I'm speaking with a computer now. Let me just see, okay? I'm just going to open I'm going to pin it so they should see you and only you. Only you. So yeah, it is a bit like before, just that you are on Zoom.
Yeah. So.
Okay, let's see, guys. Can you please tell us if you can hear Eliska's voice?
Yo.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, is it a bit better? Can you see us? Unfortunately, we can do it only like this because Eliska's phone was not working. No. But there we are. Okay, so Marta or Martina or Steffi, could you please let us know if you hear both voices? Can you say something, Eliska?
Yeah, I'm saying something. Hello, guys. We are very lucky today to be online, and everything is going accordingly
to plans. Exactly. Okay, so let's try to continue. Maybe somebody will tell us if they can hear us or not, hopefully soon.
Yes.
Okay, now we're closing the door. There we go. Okay, difficult day. Let's start. I'm gonna cut all of his introduction in the recording of his life. Okay, Eliska. So I was doing a little introduction about you the first time that I tried to connect, and I was saying that me and you have actually been working together for a few years because we met during the lockdown, right? I think it was 2020. Thanks to a common musician, buddy percussion musician, we met online. So I think that you are one of the examples of teachers that were not yet working with babies and toddlers before meeting me, right? And so you really started working with that age only with the online courses that we've done together. Correct? And you have never seen a session live, one of my sessions live, but only watched the videos on Teachable of my classes. Yeah. And then we had sessions together online and mentorings and Zooms. But we finally met at Resonance Retreat last summer because you've decided to jump into MTTT as well. So you're now part of MTTT, and before you've done other courses online with me.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was very nice to meet you because also the energy that you actually had in that Resonance Retreat was kind of the same. I really felt like I knew you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. How was for you about, meeting?
For me, I wanted to add, as you see, the online world is handy, but not always. And the feelings you can't really get so much into. I mean, I had the same, but it was even more like, it was the real. So all the feelings I had it with you, it was not different. It was just stronger.
Yeah, I remember you telling me in the beginning, oh my God, you're actually alive.
Yeah, exactly. And I needed to touch you. It's like, yes, she is the person. She is not AI.
Yeah, no, I know.
So it was also for me that I would love to add both of that. My God, if somebody is ringing.
Good. Today everything could go very well.
Yeah, I go with the laptop then. Everything I wanted to say, like, online is a great opportunity to study, but the life is life.
Yes.
And you can't, hello? And you can't, yeah? I have my meeting, please. Thank you.
Yeah, still.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then I wanted to say, like, also when I was watching the videos afterwards, after the retreat of yours, it was the feelings very much stronger. Everything was much more clear.
Real.
Because I felt you, I saw you, I experienced you. And also the colleagues, another facilitator. So everything what I have done online, everything suddenly made really nice connections.
Yeah.
I understood much more what Pedro was talking always online about the musica de circulo.
Yeah.
And because when I started to have the online sessions with you, it was so much, and I wanted to understand of everything.
Yeah.
But of course, it's not possible. And little by little, I was getting like the knowledge, and then I had also opportunity to start to experience myself, to start to teach. Now I'm teaching more and more, and I'm applying the MTTT also, MLT also to my flute classes, not only to the groups, but also flute teaching, because this way of teaching is applicable on every field of teaching music.
Yes.
Not only groups, and not only like a general music, but also for instruments.
Yeah.
And it was just wonderful to be there during the summer with other people, and to experience also other people, to make really the group feeling together, and it was wonderful.
It was nice.
Tell me.
No, Carrie, I was just wanting to add that it's true that, studying online, it's great and you can really learn things. But that's why for me, having the retreats in MTTT is fundamental. Because if you don't meet in person, if you don't have a chance to actually do the things together, it's not the same. And I realize that for people it's difficult to travel from different parts of the world to come to a retreat. And so the first edition of MTTT had 3 retreats that were mandatory. And now we're actually down to 1 because it's very complicated to travel. But even the people that have only 1 retreat now in their plan, they're coming to more. Because when you realize what you get out of a retreat, it's a completely different experience, and you get the energy to continue working for the next 6 months.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, now it's the time. I'm starting feeling, we're
me too.
We're getting, you're getting towards February when there is the winter retreat, and I'm like, okay, I start feeling like I need a push. I need some connection again.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very important as well, no? Having it regular. And the 2 retreats are very different, because Resonance Retreat is a place where we are all together, 40 and plus people, 5 different facilitators, literally people from all over the world. That doesn't change with a winter retreat. But it's a lot more in relationship to yourself, how do you see yourself? how do you experience your work with others. So it really goes deep into who you are. And that's the reason why Flavia, our psychologist, is there with us during the resonance retreat. But in the winter retreat, instead, you have an opportunity to go deeper into the pedagogy. And that's why the winter retreat is open also to other people that are not in MTTT as resonance retreat, because also resonance retreat is open. But they have to have already the knowledge about MLT to be able to come here. It's a much smaller group. It's going to be like 15 people all together. Nice. So yeah, it's a different thing. So how were the months after the retreat? Can you tell us this?
Yeah, I just wanted to apply everything on everybody.
Apply on everybody.
To let experience everything what I have experienced there on my students, and to dive more into it. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
It's pity because it has much longer approach, of course, and if you don't experience life really these things with other people together, then in the lesson to try to do that with your students, it's much more difficult, because first of all, they don't know it, they have no the interest as I do. So I have to always apply my experience in different way, which is also great. So I have to find the path for them. On the other hand, I am very thankful that we have this Telegram group as well with the participants, and we can share all our feelings, thoughts, questions, doubts, happiness, whatever comes in our daily life.
Yeah.
And which is also really great. Plus that I have to mention as well that not all of them, but main part of those people in Telegram group I met also on the retreat, and that makes also much nicer connection. I finally met also people with whom I have studied online with you in a real life, and suddenly like, oh my God, it's you. It's really you. I even didn't recognize some people like live.
Yeah, in person.
It's really you. Wow, that's you. Yeah, what are you doing? And I forgot like who the people online were. Suddenly it was somebody else when I met them live.
Yes. Yeah, because you see different energies, you see all the non-verbal communication going on. And also the fun thing at the retreats, it's that, yes, you go and have lessons, but it's all the time in between lessons that really counts.
Yeah.
That really makes a difference. The evenings when we talk about silly stuff and we kind of drink together, and there was a night when we danced together. Yes. So... But also just the time that you have in the corridors or to share experiences, it really is an incredible experience. And, I've attended a few retreats of Musica do Círculo myself in Brazil. And there were never music teachers there. It was mostly facilitators working with circle singing or conducting choirs or situations like that. And I was like, I need to create a retreat for teachers, because we also need that. Probably we need it even more, because being a teacher is a solitary experience unless you are in a team that really works. And that's what I created for myself here at Music Tree, because I was missing the connection, missing the opportunity to share. So it's super important to have these moments here and there during the year where you connect, and then obviously continue. And that's why we have a hub, in the hub Telegram group, and we keep training, we keep talking, we kind of continue the thread from the retreat to the online to the next retreat.
Yes.
And I think it's very beautiful, and I'm very happy that the community is growing and it's going in that direction, that there is the right energy. Also people that joins the hub, they jump into a place where it's really not judgmental. So there is kind of a switch in that as well, from being looking for a course and finding instead like a transformative place.
Yeah.
Because I think when
definitely. And just to add what how I felt afterwards, like, I mean, I'm singing every single day, the whole day with kids, alone. But when I came back, I mean, I was just so full of creativity. I was singing, I heard something, and I built up some music, like even more. So it was really big, how to say, like really powerful hint also into my general creativity, to observe more options, that the music is actually everywhere. And I knew it.
Because you come like, from quite a classical background, right?
Yeah.
So you are like a proper flutist in doing concerts, working with orchestras, so working mostly one-to-one or in very kind of, classical teaching situations, right?
Yeah, which I have to add that when I was on the conservatory and we had like a pedagogy and psychology and like writing down the steps, how you have to teach, what you have to observe, for me was like, I will never teach. I don't care.
Yeah.
I will not become, it's not my dream to become a teacher.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, so, lots of musicians obviously have that, I just want to be a performer. I studied to become a performer. And then for one way or another, or one reason or another, could be financial, or could be that actually performing after a while, maybe it's not actually fulfilling all the sides of your personality. Okay, performing for me was definitely not giving me what I was looking for, because I was looking for connection, and particularly classical piano was not giving me that. I found it in music therapy. I found it in circle music, in improvisation. That was my way of saying, okay, now I can connect with music with another person. So teaching for me was the right place in my life. But as you were saying, in this type of retreats and in general in MTTT, we work a lot on the creativity of a person, because resonance retreat is built on improvisation. So you have different teachers working on improvisation from different points of view. You have the psychologist that works on your language, if you want, and your thoughts. So kind of an improvisation as well. Then you have Antonio that works with improvisational theater. And everybody, when they start improv theater, they're like, why are we doing improv theater in resonance retreat? And then at the end of a retreat, they're like, this was life-changing. This was the best course. So, and then there is Pedro, obviously working with Musica do Circolo, with cooperation. And then there is Mauro Faccioli that brings in drum circle, vocal improvisation. So, and I work on improvisation more from a pedagogical point of view, if you want, because for me, it's more about talking about cooperative learning and, taking the creativity of the children. But in this whole process, when you are improvising, you're opening yourself up to new worlds for yourself as well. And in that process, there is the real understanding of your blocks, your fears, your insecurities, and they all come out in the retreat. And the retreat is a safe space. It's like an archetype of a village,
yes,
but with gentle people around.
Not judgmental.
Not judgmental, yeah. And this continues because that energy, that desire that you discover of making music with fun and not judgmental thoughts continues in your classes as well, no? Like you were saying.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. Also, I have to say that I'm applying it also in my flute playing.
In your flute playing, like as a performer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
to really taking it in a more creative, like, okay, I play a written piece, but I can improvise kind of like in the between of the lines. And everything what we have experienced there, it really influenced me a lot. And also when I met MLT, it has big connection, like for me as a flute player to grow as well. I mean, you never stop learning, apparently. You can, but I don't. And because then if I have some problem, I have to help myself. I can't ask all the time some help from outside. And it's the same when you are teaching. It's not only one way. It's not only one personality. And so improvisation, it's always there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to see the more ways how you can solve things, in which kind of way
it opens up possibilities. Yeah.
Yes,
tools.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
This is making me think about, something particular that is happening now at Music Tree. So I'm dropping one day. I'm not teaching on Thursday anymore. I will be teaching only on Wednesday. And some of the families on Thursday are very sad of the fact that I won't be able to continue. But I have introduced them a teacher that has a great experience, okay, mostly in ORF. She studied a lot of ORF. And in the last year, she's been coming to see all our classes, studying the MLT, and she's been started teaching in September regularly, actually before, regularly with MLT. But obviously, she feels still a little bit insecure because she's integrating ORF, her Turkish tradition, because she's from Turkey, with my way of doing MLT. And with my, kind of personality, she feels like there is a big difference between how I teach and how she teaches. And so I told her, look, you are an amazing teacher. You have great musicality. You're bringing all of these odd rhythm, Turkish style songs, which I cannot bring because I'm like, viva la pa 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 pa, bringing Italian style, And I told her, do in your MLT classes what makes you feel comfortable. Because, for example, she's very into dances and folk tradition things. And I'm like, those are amazing things for the parents to see and experience. And if those are making you feel more confident in your classes, that's how you have to integrate them with MLT.
Yes.
So MLT gives this opportunity. And even more with a music tree approach, I think, because, MLT has some particular practices and particular ideas. But for me, having studied the theory, I know that I can use MLT in the way that makes me feel good. So my students will get a lot more energy, a lot more motivation, a lot more. So in an MTTT, this is the work that we do. It's about yourself, how you want to lead, how you want to feel, and finding those spots that are hard to, to scratch away, to make you become like a butterfly that you can become, know. So that's for me, it's the dream that I have for the people that starts MTTT. And actually, I'm very happy that you started it because, you already done a lot of courses with me before. So potentially you could have said, you know what, I'm fine. I've just studied body music for children. I studied MLT. Thank you. Bye-bye. But instead you realized that there was something missing still. And I think that since you started MTTT, which it's not a long time ago, even if you studied before MLT, the change really happened when you entered in MTTT. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. No, really, as I said, like before, to be honest, like when I was attending the online classes, it was always like, okay, I see the video and I turn it off. I took something, of course, it always influenced me, and I tried to apply all those things. But since the retreat, all the puzzle pieces which were spread, like the ideas, suddenly were starting to really connect.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, and it was like then I felt like, my God, what I have done before, yeah, but it was just online, and we are not. Our generation is also not used to so much to really use. That's how I have realized.
Yeah, it is online, but to be honest, at Resonance, there were teachers that have studied courses previously, not online, in person, but never attended a retreat. So when you attend the course in person, you go through the topics, the content, and you don't have so much space. It's literally the space of a retreat. That's why I didn't plan MTTT in many weekends, but in a long 5 days together, because it's that's the archetype. That's the archetype of a village that I was saying before, that opens up wounds, if you want, from previous years, from moments of your life when you locked in some emotions, when you've decided that, you were judging yourself, or improvisation is not for me, or I can't move that much. Last year we had a core group of people from Germany and Austria, which are not, as dancey people as Brazilians or South American. And you could see how little by little they were opening up and starting letting go. And this is now transitioning into their teaching more and more and more. And that is really the point for me.
Also, what I wanted to add, what is nice on the retreat, that we are kind of like also as a students.
Yeah.
In the position as a student, so we can experience again the feelings what our students maybe have.
Yeah, because if you're only learning in a normal course, yes, you are a student, but you're kind of learning just the contents. Instead, in that type of retreat, which is again based on improvisation, you're putting yourself in a different level, outside of your comfort zone. So for me, the retreat is always about putting a little bit the feet outside of your comfort zone. It's not just, it's never, I'm going to teach you this in a retreat. In the summer retreat, nothing. In the winter retreat in London is different. We work on pedagogy. But still, there will be sessions with, Beat Goes On, Ollie Turner, which is going to bring stomp style, body music. Then we're going to have Phoebe Osborne doing vocal improvisation, like she studied with the best in the world. So she's really bringing this type of change into the winter retreat anyway. But in Resonance is really about, you come in thinking one thing and you come out, but you have no clue what happened. You just feel a little bit like, this is how I felt during the retreats in Brazil as well, I would never try to understand what happened. It took me months to really understand what was happening. In fact, there was a person that decided to come to Resonance Retreat last summer. She's a facilitator, a teacher with quite a lot of experience. And at the end of a retreat, she came to me and she was like, I loved it, but I want the PDF. I want PowerPoints of what we've done. And I was like, I don't think this is the point of a retreat. So stay with this feeling of frustrations that you have right now, because that's exactly what you have to work on potentially. And so she wrote me a couple of weeks after and she was like, okay, now I understood. And that was very nice, But obviously in that moment I felt a bit like, okay, this is tricky now.
Yeah, but it's also like you go there to also apply then exactly how you did it there in your sessions. But that was also nice because you have set, like, guys, don't worry that you will not remember everything.
Yeah.
Or if you will write it now down after maybe 3 months, you will have no clue what was it.
Yeah.
But it's also beautiful because it influences you in different way. And you said also the point, like really dive deeply into it. Don't try to be busy with like, oh, what he has said, I have to remember everything. And then you are not actually at the moment fully.
Yeah. Because
which I have actually the opposite. I'm always there. And then somebody asked me like, what did you do? How was it? It's like,
well, that's great though. That is a great skill for yourself. But then there is a winter retreat where we actually write everything down, where we think about all the steps of the activities that we've done. We focus in a different way. So I'm actually I'm very excited this time because you're gonna be here. You're gonna be in my house,
Yes.
We did an amazing winter retreat last year with the first group of MTTT. We were in north of Italy in this magical place on top of a lake with a fire in the room. So it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. We were going to have a sauna together outside. We had a wonderful time. But this time we're going to be at Music Tree. So here really is going to be magical for me to see all of you here.
Yeah.
I'm happy for what's going to happen for you, but it's going to be really filling my heart to see all of his teachers walking around the rooms, and then in the evening stay in the bigger room having a chat together, drinking some tea. So I can't wait, honestly. It's always during my birthday as well.
Me too. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I think that, I really, really appreciated the fact that you decided to continue studying also after you've done all the first courses with me. I think that, it's
not possible to stop.
Yeah.
No, really. I cannot imagine now that I would stop having contact with you. I have said it to a friend of mine yesterday. I having you every day. And it's like, I just cannot imagine. I mean, because I'm teaching every day, and those things you're influencing our lives, I think all of us, you are part of my life now. It's just not possible to disconnect. And for me, it's like, okay, I have done a course, just basta, do it. It's the beginning.
Yeah, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of being in the same family, in the same community. And it's, and it's beautiful because it's spread all over the world.
That's another thing, that's also being connected with people that also as a teachers that we are sharing some problems nowadays, and the problems you see that they are everywhere and you are not the only one who has it, and we are supporting each other. What I have learned also from, for example, the Q&A is that it's not only about making and creating the questions for you, but being able, after the time that I have already spent it with you, to be able to answer also to those questions.
Yeah. And also when you are in a group Q&A, you have questions coming from another teacher that maybe you haven't even thought about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or you would not maybe construct it in this way, because for you it was like, it is and it is. Yeah. And you not point it out, but somebody is pointing it out from the session, and it's wonderful. Yeah. I really like it.
I like the fact that in MTTT I have a chance to really connect with each of you, because we meet in the retreats, then we meet in the Q&A monthly, and then we have the one-to-ones, and in the one-to-ones, obviously that's where we can go even deeper. But as you're saying, I think it's the idea of a hub that really makes a difference, because we can be there every day. You don't want to be there every day? No, don't worry. But if one day you need to come in and ask for something or need support, you have it.
Yeah.
And that's really my dream of, 2018, when I started thinking about Notes of Life, it was called. That's when I started thinking, I want to create this for teachers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, Notes of Life, Mary Poppins bag. It took a few years to really create it, and people won't believe it. People won't actually engage it. And obviously we didn't even have the technology really to make it work. Worldwide. We only had Facebook groups at that time, but
Yes.
the Facebook group doesn't give the same inclusion that a Zoom can give, or even the Telegram. So I'm pretty happy of how the places are developing, and I really hope that a lot of people will little by little take the opportunity to be in a place like this for themselves.
Yeah.
Well, this was a very good conversation, even if I'm talking with like in a weird way, but it worked.
At the end, it worked.
Yes.
At least it did. Yeah.
Well, Eliska, thank you so much.
My thanks for
Really
patience.
thank you for your time. I know you even had to give up for a concert to be here, but thank you so much.
Yeah, my thanks.
And well, I guess I will see you in person in February here at Music Tree, but we will talk more for sure before that.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, everybody should meet you on a line.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, I'm wishing it's now the Christmas time, so I'm wishing to everybody have a nice and quiet Christmas time.
Yeah, quiet Christmas time and nice starting of a year.
Yeah.
Well, we have an alignment call on the end of December to connect and think about, everything that each of us have done in this last year, and project to 2026 wishes and desires and dreams. So we're going to have a special call for the hub to really reconnect with ourselves, quiet down our expectations, and tell us well done for everything that we've done. So it's going to be special.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for being there. Ciao, ciao. Speak
Yes,
soon.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.